Well, this is a little bit of a different video, and I did want to make this video yesterday, but yesterday was not a good day for me, and it hasn't really been a good couple of weeks or months, but I don't want to talk about that as of yet. I'll talk about that more towards the end of the video. But I did want to wish you all happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, whatever you celebrate. Some people do, some people don't. I don't necessarily celebrate the holidays, but I do understand the spirit of it. And a lot of people believe, at least in the spirit, right? Most people do believe in the spirit, even if you don't celebrate those holidays. But, Christmas is about being with people, right? And spending time with loved ones, people you care about, and just sharing the love, right? That's what it's about. And New Year is kind of like you put everything that happened behind you in the old year and you start the new year fresh. And you usually people have, New Year's resolutions or whatever, things they want to get done in the new year. And it's almost like a fresh start, right? Where you get to reset and say, okay, I didn't get this done last year. I didn't do these things. I want to do this now. Like this year. This year I'm going to do this. This year I'm going to do that, right? I mentioned that in a couple of my videos where I said that I was actually planning on taking all the way off until the new year, but I changed my mind because I felt like, why wait, right? I felt like, well, you know what? There's no time like the present, right? So I started making videos, but the unfortunate reality of my life is that I haven't had a good few months, the last few holidays, especially Thanksgiving, Christmas, Halloween. They've been extra bad for some odd reason. I'd say probably the worst three holidays I've had, probably in my life. And I've been struggling with personal issues. And you know how Kim Gogan says there are unrepairable humans or whatever in the world? I feel like I have that in my life. I have unrepairable people where no matter how much I talk to them and how much I try to work with them, there's literally no reaching these people and there's nothing I can do. It just feels hopeless. And some of those people are people I really care about, loved ones, whatever. And, it hits different when it's somebody you actually care about. And no matter what you say or do, you can't work with that person, right? Sometimes it's best to just let people like that go their own way, right? But if you really care about somebody, it's difficult. And I'm sure everybody watching this knows what I'm talking about. I'm sure everybody has a loved one or someone they really care about, family member or whatever, that may not be the best person in your life or may not be good for you to be around or whatever. But you still try to work through it with them because they're family or you care about them or you love them, right? But it just, no matter what you do, it just doesn't work, right? So that happens in this world, right? That's part of being human, I guess. Um, it is what it is, but I feel like I might have to probably put my foot down and really just say for the new year that let bygones be bygones, right? Let people fade out of my life and really start fresh. And if they're listening, because they usually do watch my videos, then they know who I'm talking about. And if that's the way it's got to be, and I got to put people out of my life, it is what it is. And that's another thing that I want to talk about is a lot of my videos have been pretty negative lately. I've been pretty down. I think people notice. And again, it's attributed to my personal life and things that I've been dealing with. And that's why I'm talking about it in these videos, because I want you guys to know where I stand. And I want you guys to know why I disappear for like a week or two, or if I'm not making videos, or if I'm not being positive or whatever. You guys have a right to know at least that I'm struggling, right? At the bare minimum, I feel like I should let you guys know that I'm dealing with my own stuff. And that's part of being human again, right? That's just being on this planet. Everybody's dealing with whatever they're dealing with. I've had people tell me that on this channel. They're dealing with stuff themselves. And it's sad because, especially around the holidays, you don't really want to be struggling or dealing with negativity in your life, and a lot of people do. Sadly, that's the reality of the world we live in. Um, but I don't want to be negative. That's not the goal of my channel. It never was really the intention. The intention of my channel was simply to speak the truth about what's going on in the world. And my last video specifically, I was very negative. I was very angry and pissed off because I reached a boiling point, right? Not just with what I was talking about, but with my life and everything combined, right? Like when I see everything in the way the world is and everything that's going on, it's very difficult to hold back my anger. And I'm very, like I've said this before, I have a very short fuse. I'm very easily angered. And when I see something that's so stupid and so obvious, like what's going on in the world, I see everything for what it is. And then I don't see other people reacting in the way they should. It really pisses me off. I had somebody come by, I think today, and they were like, we need to respect other people's views and opinions or whatever. Or they respect people's views and opinions. And does it really matter what other people think or what they believe? And I say, yes, it does matter, because the world, we don't live in a world on our own, in a little tiny bubble by ourselves. We live in a world with other people. So the way other people think and the way other people behave and what they believe in affects everybody else. That's just the way the world works. So if you have people believing and thinking in the wrong thing, then obviously it's going to affect a lot of people in a negative way, right? That's why you have to tell people what the truth is. That's why you have to educate people, so that they don't affect others in a negative way. That's just the way that it works. That's just the way it is. And you can't speak the truth if you don't call out the lies, right? So me personally, I like to not just speak the truth, but if I see something wrong, I like to call it out and say, this is wrong. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. This is not the way to do things. Now, everybody's entitled to do whatever the hell they want to do. Just understand that your actions have consequences, and what you do and the way you behave and the way you treat others or whatever you believe in, however you deal with life, that affects other people. As much as you may not want to believe that or understand that, nobody in this world is alone in terms of they can just disappear and not affect anybody, right? Usually, from my understanding, the way the world works, everybody in this world, unless you're like a caveman or you live in the middle of the woods by yourself, if you're part of society, you're affecting people somehow, some way, because you have to interact with others, right? And that's just the way it works. That's just the way the world works. So again, people's beliefs and people's way of looking at the world and the way they deal with things affects others. And if they believe the wrong thing and they feel the wrong way and they do things in the way it shouldn't be done, it's going to have a negative effect. So it has to be called out and it has to be highlighted. And I try to do that. I'm not going to say I have all the answers or anything or that I know everything, but I feel like I have a generally good grasp on the world and what's right and what's wrong. I may not always be the most well-spoken or the nicest guy or anything like that, but again, that's because I've dealt with a lot of crap in my life and I've seen things for what they are. I'm not a fake person. I'm not somebody that lives on a cloud or just believes everything is, A-OK, peachy, everything, gumdrops and rainbows. That's not the kind of person I am. I'm a realist, and when I see things for what they are, I feel like I need to tell others, hey, this is what it is. You guys need to see this. Wake up. See what's going on here, right? Maybe I could be a little nicer about it, but I think we're way past the point of just cuddling people, right? People really need a rude awakening at this point, especially with how messed up the world is. But anyway, I think I said enough. I think you guys get the point. This really was just a happy holidays. Enjoy your New Year's. Enjoy your Christmas if you had your Christmas. I hope it was better than mine. And I'm probably going to do a live stream on New Year's. I'm not sure yet, depending on how I feel. I'm not feeling too good lately, but I'll try to do a live stream on New Year's. And I'm going to keep trying to make videos like I said I was going to for the rest of the year, hopefully. Anyways, take care, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.